Okay. Well, welcome, Mr. John Cowan. My name is Sharnetta Clark-Gordon, and I'm so excited to have you here today. And we're just going to have a little conversation. Just, tell me what you want us to know about Mr. John Cowan. So, I've already said your name. You tell me your name and your birth date.
My name is John Lee Cowan, Jr., and my birthday is 1952. I was born in June 1952.
All right. June what? What date?
The 16th. I got a birthday coming up.
Okay, mine is Friday, June 7th. So we Gemini kids.
Gemini.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful. So you grew up whereabout?
I grew up in Cleveland, North Carolina. My father, he worked on Mr. Hall's farm down in Cleveland. Okay. And when I turned the age I think about 9, we moved to up on Amity, Oswald. That's where my grandpa, and my daddy, his father had property up there. So my daddy built a house up there. And so I've been there for these many years, and I bought a house in Gastonia, North Carolina. And but you know how it is. There's no place like home. So I sold my home I think about 2 months ago in Gastonia, and I came back to move on the home place, so I'm trying to maintain the place there now. Okay,
so you're back at Oswald?
I'm back at Oswald, Amity.
Oswald, Amity, all right.
And I used to live across from Mr. Harry Brawley, Miss Grace Brawley. They were my neighbors years ago, so very fine family, very fine, and have nothing but good memories of that family.
Yeah. Can you name one good memory that you can recall about the Brawleys?
Yes.
About the Brawleys, you have one good memory?
Yes. I love to see Mr. Harry Brawley get in that big Cadillac and had that big hat on his head. I said, boy, now that's living, When I get big enough, I'm gonna buy me one of them Cadillacs. And guess what? When I got big, I bought me one.
What color did you get?
I got a green one.
Green one? What color was Mr. Harry's?
I think I'm not really, seemed like it was green, but maybe it wasn't green because I was small.
Right.
But I loved when he used to come, getting off from work. He was a truck driver. And I think he worked at the railroad. For the railroad too. I used to love when he used to come home. Come home, mow that big pretty yard he had, and after he mowed the yard, I don't know, probably get cleaned up, and here he come out with that Cadillac. That's some good memories.
Yeah, good memories.
Good memories.
So that inspired you to want to work to get your own Cadillac?
Every time I think about him and that Cadillac, I don't have a big hat like he had, but I jump in my Cadillac and down the road I go. That's it, yeah.
So how many Cadillacs have you had over your years?
Believe it or not, that was my first one.
The first one, okay.
That was my first one.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. Well, what about growing up? Where did you go to school, elementary school?
I went there at Amity School, and I guess you say Troutman. Okay. Well, it's in Amity Hill community. And the principal at that time was Mr. Mason Miller.
Okay.
And I think my good friend Otis Cowan, he know that Mr. Miller used to walk around with a scrap.
Oh, wow.
In the back of his pocket. It was about that long. And he folded it up. And one day, me and some of the boys, my friends, we're gonna have some fun. We're throwing spitball at the girls. Mr. Miller happened to come by, and see, that's the luck I had. He didn't see the boys throwing, he saw me, and he motioned for me to come here, come out the classroom. Me? Yes, here.
Oh my, so he gave it to you.
Yeah. And that ended my spitball career. I threw no more spitball.
Well, good, it worked. We need that today. Wow. So you went to Amity as a young child. What are your fond memories besides the getting corrected? What was your into sports? Was a writer?
Believe it or not, I was pretty much to myself. I was just one entire soldier. I was a quiet type person, and I guess I was just a little bit shy and everything. But I played a little ball, and we done a little wrestling, you know, out there. But mainly, what I really like doing is getting to myself and getting quiet. And even to this day, I'm the same way, you know. Okay. Give me a good book or give me my guitar.
Oh, okay.
I love just taking it nice and slow and easy, you know.
Guitar, that's good. So you're musically inclined. Did someone teach you how to play guitar? Or is that?
Yes, I was taught by a friend of mine. He's deceased now, the Reverend Luther Gamble. Okay. He was from Charlotte. And he could really play that guitar. When I went to school at Unity, they had a band, the Fabulous Flames. Okay. Him and Mr. Cuther. Cuther used to play the piano. He played the guitar. I forget who had the drum, but boy, they was really at that time. I thought they was Jackie Wilson or somebody,
right,
you know.
Right.
But and he inspired me, you know. And when I first started, he said, "Cal, you just don't have the rhythm." But that go to show that if you really want to do something in life, I don't care what it is, if you want to do it bad enough, you can do it. Yeah. And he came back to me and said, "You know what? You inspired me."
Oh.
I said, "Me?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Not Sam Cooke, not Jackie Wilson, not Jane Brown." He said, "You inspired me because I didn't have he didn't think I had what it takes. I didn't have what it takes, but I knew who did."
Yes.
I knew who did.
Okay. Okay. So are you playing today in the church or in a choir?
Well, I used to pastor, and I used to play regular. And now, if you come to my house during the midnight hour, you might hear some music.
All right. All right.
I just like playing, and it kind of calm. You know, that's something I can do that I love doing, and it's soothing. You know.
Okay.
And now I know what. When David played the harp for Saul, Saul was sick. You know.
Right.
David played the harp for him, and guess what? Saul got well. It's a soothing, healing thing. You know.
Music.
Music.
Yes, and it's a universal language.
It is.
Everyone knows music. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, growing up in your times and going up to Unity, how was the race relation among, because the schools were segregated?
We were segregated,
okay.
Yeah. I forget what year that was. Then we left there and went to South Iredell. But during the time, most of my time, school was segregated, you know, and everything. Okay. But believe it or not, when you talk about racial, I grew up around the Westmorelands. I played with Mr. George Bruce Westmoreland. I played with his boys, GB, Kent, and there was no problem. I don't think they knew I was black. I didn't think.
They didn't know.
I didn't think of them as far. We just playing, you know. Get out there and play cowboys and Indians, and then his grandmother would call us in and give us some iced tea, and would give us something to eat. Go back out playing, and they own a big farm,
right. Okay.
You know, a big farm. So we go out. They raise a lot of cattle, cows. And so what we could do, we were young, run the cows and get them back in the wherever, you know.
Right.
But as far as back to what you were saying, I didn't think much of racial back in them days. I mean, I just did.
Right.
You know.
Okay, well that's good. So it didn't affect, you know, growing up in the community. So the community, everyone got along well.
Got along well.
Okay, well that's good.
Very well. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you about once you finished high school. Did you go off to the Army? What was your plans for after high school?
That's when the Vietnam War was going on.
Okay.
And I went to Charlotte. They sent a bus from Statesville, and believe it or not, that bus, I can't tell you who I was on, that bus was full. And about 3 of us came back. And they sent me back because I was the only boy in the family. And believe it or not, that one time, I'm glad I was.
I know, right?
But I would have went. I mean, then again, as I grew up, I was wishing I had went because I knew it would have been a good experience. You know, it'd been a good experience. You know.
Okay. So you're saying you were the only boy in the family. How many siblings and your mom and dad?
I had 8 sisters.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know I wanted to go to war. Not a kid.
8 sisters, okay.
Yes.
Wow. What type of work did your parents do?
My father, he was a farmer. Like I say, he used to work on the farm down at Hollow's Farm, and Mr. Upright, Jim Upright, and the McNillys down in Troutman, and, right there in Amity, and my daddy was just a farmer, and my mother used to go to the Deacons, Jacob Deacons, and around the community. She used to clean houses, you know. So I get, what would you call that?
A domestic helper?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, right.
Okay, well that's good. Did your sisters go off to school or anything, or?
Well, we all went to school, but you know, and like I say, then when we started growing up, everybody kind of scattered out.
Okay.
I think when my sisters, when they got old enough, they got married. I believe they've done that to get away from home.
Yeah. What about you? Did you marry?
I tell you, I never did marry.
Okay.
When you grow up around 8 sisters, you're not like.
Well, you're an expert then of the ladies. Okay.
Yes.
Well, so what type of work, what career have you had for yourself?
Well, I started out at a Troutman Chair Company. That's in Troutman. Then I left Troutman Chair Company and went to Bernhardt Furniture. Okay, that's in Troutman. Then when I left Bernhardt, I went to J.C. Penney's, and that's where I retired from. You know, at J.C. Penney Distribution Center. So I done pretty much work in the factory.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's see. You have your bag here. Let's see show us some things you have in your.
I just got some pictures of.
Some pictures.
I'll let you look at some of this. That's some of the pictures from Amity School.
Okay.
See, my father, he was the custodian down there.
Okay.
For years, down at Amity School.
Wow.
Back in them years, and there's another book of that's some Amity. Back in the day, I mean that's the old school.
Well, this is 1974.
And that's
this was 1978 to 79. Okay, wow.
And that's Mama, Daddy, and that's my family.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh. So, what was your parents' name?
My daddy's name was John Lee Cowan.
Okay.
And my mother's name was Loretta Beatty Cowan.
Oh. Okay. That's good. Oh yeah, that's y'all Full family. 8.
Yes, it was quite a few.
Do y'all stay, are you close knit now? Are families
Well,
together?
You know, I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 sisters, and I think. And like I say, everybody's grown. We don't see each other a whole lot. I had one sister stay in New Jersey, one stay in Troutman, one stay in Cleveland, North Carolina. And it's not the same, that's it.
Right,
You know, it's not the same.
Okay. Well, good. Well, it's good that you're back in the area. So what are your plans for the land? Are you,
Well,
what are you doing with it?
I do gardening. I love gardening. I just, matter of fact, I was out there last night. Before it started raining, I grow vegetables, you know, squash, cucumber, tomatoes, you know, stuff of that nature.
Any watermelons?
Yes, I do.
All right, all right. Okay.
And most time I pass it out to the community. Anybody come there. And one time the light man came, Duke Powell. I said, guess what? He said, what? I said, you don't know this, but you got a bag of tomatoes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. He said, I should have been coming here, you know. But I love that. I love giving. I like sharing with other people. That's a joy.
Oh, yeah.
I see why Christ said, it's more blessing to give than to receive.
Yes.
Because it's joyful, you know. It's joyful.
Okay.
Very joyful.
What church do you attend? What are your faith affiliations?
Well, I used to go to South Iredell, Amen Zion Church. Let's see here. If I can pull this up.
Okay. Yeah, South Iredell. They
That's in Troutman.
in Troutman. They have is it a lady preacher? Who's the preacher there now?
Reverend Sanders.
Sanders. Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I can.
Do you remember the camp meetings?
Oh yeah.
Tell me something about the camp meetings if you remember.
My daddy used to take me to camp meetings when I was a young boy. And
Which church did you go to?
he used to go to Ken, the one in off of Sharon Road on 150. What's
Okay,
that? On Turr.
Oh yes.
Kinsey, is that the name?
No, there's Morrow's Chapel, and then there's over the river. What is that one over the river? The camp meeting over the river. No, I can't think of it, but yes, they still have theirs
I
now.
used to go there and they fry fish and all that good stuff. But it's a funny thing. Once I got to the camp meeting, I didn't see Daddy no more.
Yeah.
he just like disappeared.
Right.
Where Daddy at? Then when it's about time to go.
Right. He come back up. Okay. He had an agenda.
Back to what we were saying. I was a pastor there though.
Okay, South Iredell. All right.
Amen Zion Church there. That's the one that
Okay.
I attended.
So are you pastoring now at anywhere?
Well, I retired. Not from preaching, but from retired. I mean, pastoring.
Right.
It's a pastoring. It's a job.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's a job.
It's a calling, though, so you're equipped to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always go out now if somebody want a wedding done. I still do a wedding.
Okay.
And recently I had to do eulogies for different people.
Okay.
But to go on Sunday morning, every Sunday morning as a pastor, I'm like Paul. I leave that to Timothy now.
Okay. Pass it on the torch. Okay. Tucker's Grove.
Tucker's Grove.
Yes. Tucker's Grove.
How old are you? I'm married now.
I'll be 54 on Friday.
Okay, Tucker's Grove.
Yeah. But I go to Morrow's Chapel.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with the Tucker's Grove and the camp meetings and stuff. So
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, wonderful. So are you into cooking? I know you say you like to be alone in your gardening. So what about cooking and
Oh, I love it.
Love to cook. You have a favorite recipe or dish?
I tell you what, on Sunday morning, my mother's specialty was stewed beef and rice.
Okay.
Okay? To this day, if I smell stewed beef and rice, I love it. Matter of fact, I cooked some night before last.
Okay.
I couldn't wait to Sunday. You know, it was good. That's my favorite. You know, I love cooking it when I got the time. You know, and like now that I'm retired, I don't have nothing but time.
Right.
You know, I'll get out there and I'll cook, do my garden, and go outside and watch my neighbors, be nosy and see what they're doing, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Right. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Was there anything that you would like, that I haven't asked, that you would like to share, you know, that you want someone to know about you, that your legacy, I mean, you're a well-rounded person, and is there anything that maybe I haven't asked that you like?
I just want, you know, only thing, if I wanted to leave something with you, I just want to, the rest of my life, live a nice, quiet, peaceful life, and I want to be able to share and continue to help somebody. I'm like Martin Luther King. I'm tired of the hustle, the bustle. I just want to love somebody. That's all I want to do.
Okay.
I just want to love somebody.
Is there a favorite song that represent who you are as a person? Gospel song, R&B, soul, blues?
Well, I like this spiritual song I like so much is If I Can't Say a Word.
Wave your hand.
I just wave my hand.
Right.
And I love all kinds of music, you know.
Right.
All kinds of music.
All right.
Country, jazz, rock, not the hard stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I love music.
Right.
It's just something about it. I can be depressed. As long as I got that guitar,
Yeah.
it cheers me up,
Right.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
Right.
that.
Well, what do you think about the growth of Mooresville and Troutman area?
Me and Miss Neil, we talked about that on the way down here. It has grown.
Yeah.
My friend of mine know, Mr. Otis Cowan know that when we grew up, the theater, it wasn't much in Mooresville. You go to Taste the Freeze and Whataburger, that's it. I mean, you know, you just ride back and forth all. Then when you get tired of that, you go home. You know,
Right.
yeah. The Mooresville has grown so much now. It's a lot to do now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Mooresville, Cornelius, ooh, it's just awesome.
What about the theater? You have any experience in the theater? A memory of a theater?
Yeah, I like, you know, wanted to go to the theater. That was a big thing back then. Oh man, that was.
Did you sit upstairs?
That's what you said.
You knew your place, huh? You sat upstairs,
Yeah,
okay.
we had a good time.
Yeah,
good
okay.
time. And I like going to drive-ins, you know. We used to go to drive-ins, see Chef,
Right.
and go there and see all our good movies, you know, just, it was really good.
Right, okay.
Car wash. You know, you could drive up, they put that mic in you at the door, and sometimes I didn't know what movie we were playing, you know, we just, it was just joyful,
Yeah.
you know, just you and your sweetheart,
Yeah.
you know, eating popcorn and talking and laughing. And what did he say? I don't know.
Right,
Oh,
okay.
boy, yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad to have met you,
Thank
and
you. Thank you.
hope that this is something that you leave to cherish
Yes,
and know that this is going to be seen forever and ever. So you're going to always be around. And, you know, you say our latter days are our greater days. The greater days will be, you know, really wonderful. So I hope that you've, you know, allowed this to be a spark for you, you know, and I appreciate you sitting and talking with us today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right.
So, God bless you. I love you. May heaven smile upon you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, we're going to conclude our interview with Mr. John Cowan. Thank you.